All right, everybody, let's get into it. How do we plot integers on a number line? Well, again, integers are just numbers that don't have, they're not decimal numbers, they're not fractions, they're just numbers like 9 and -9, -6 and 6, -1 and 1. Okay, so, pretty straightforward numbers, just your regular old counting numbers plus their negative counterparts, as seen on the number line. So everything starts at 0, or at least you can think of it that way. That's the way I think of it. So this number -1, negative means we're going to head over here to the left. Notice to the left is, things get smaller and smaller, increasingly negative. So that's something you definitely need to keep track of. Left means I'm being negative. To the right means I'm being positive. So -1 would mean, well, from our center spot here, our 0, let's go 1 to the left, and we end up right there for -1. -6 is similar. It's also negative, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the left, and end up right there. Now, obviously, you could have just, where's my eraser here? Yeah, you're going to find I don't ever do retakes on these videos. And sometimes I editorialize like I'm doing right now. So what we could have done if we felt like it is we could have said, all right, left to 6. All right, well, I see 5 right there. Let's just go one more. And that would also work as well. Okay. Okay, now 9 is positive. So we're going to go the other way. So we'll go 5, and if you could go to 10 and then back it up 1, however you want to think about it. Or you could think of it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is a little tedious, but it's up to you. And then 9 would be right there. So is this, may or may not be difficult for you, but you do need to be familiar with the number line, because we will be using the number line throughout algebra in coming sections, and more particularly in coming algebra courses. Okay, so this time we want to write a signed number to represent a real world situation. Okay, so it's like those numbers we saw in the number line a moment ago. We'll use something like that. Okay, except it will probably be bigger. So a car corporation made 1,960 fewer cars this month than last month. So write a signed number to represent this. Well, certainly 1960 needs to be part of the answer, but will it be positive or negative? Well, the keyword is fewer. So we're doing 1960 fewer. So -1960. That would be our answer. But yeah, the keyword is fewer to determine that sign. On part B, Manuel withdrew $60 from his checking account. Write a signed number to represent the change in his account. So his account changed by $60, bank account or checking account. So did his account, did the balance in his account go up or go down? Well, it went down. He still has the same amount of money, because he's got, he still has the $60, but his checking account went down $60. Okay. All right, let's try another one here. And hopefully they'll have something here that's positive. And I believe they're both negative again, which is good to practice because we're more familiar with positive numbers. The temperature fell by 19 degrees Fahrenheit today. Write a signed number to represent this change. So fell means it dropped 19. We lost 19. So -19. And on part B, the temperature was 18 degrees below 0 today. Write a number to represent this. Well, below 0, that's where you get into, negative temperature. Okay, so the temperature was -18 degrees. All right, that's what we mean when 18 below 0 is -18. Incidentally, -40 degrees Fahrenheit is the same thing as -40 degrees Celsius. So that is the one number where the two of them meet. And you can, if you look up a thermometer on Google Images or something, yeah, you'll see that. All right, so ordering integers, putting them in the right order. Okay, so we're supposed to either put the less than sign, the greater than sign, or the equal sign in each of these boxes to, let us know what's, what's bigger and what's smaller. Okay, let's make this a little bigger. Maybe you're watching this on your handheld device. Okay, so, like I said, this means less than. So would it make sense for me to say, oh, and this means greater than, this means equal. Would it make sense for me to say -4 is greater than 12? No, negative numbers are always smaller than positive numbers. That wouldn't make any sense. So that would not be the symbol that goes there. In fact, this would be the symbol, the less than sign. So -4 is less than 12. Yes, that is true. So that's the correct symbol. Or you can think of it this way. This is the way I was taught. This is an alligator mouth, and it always wants to eat the bigger number because the alligator is always hungry. And there's the eyeball, teeth. Okay. Right here, what would it be? Well, if these were positive numbers, then I would say, yeah, 7 is bigger, but they're not positive. So -6 is bigger. Remember that number line? There was 0, and there was 6 to the left, and there was 7 to the left, and the -6, that was farther to the right. That was a bigger number. So -6 is going to be greater than -7. Or you can think of it this way. Would you rather be in debt $7 or in debt $6? Being in debt $6 is better. Yeah, it means you kind of have more money. And the same thing here. I'd rather be in debt -$5 than -12. -5 is the greater number. So all of these were the greater than sign. That was weird. Okay. Let's try another one. And I'm going to need to clear off my screen here. Okay, so we've got greater than there because -2 is bigger than -11. Oh, this time we've got, I'm sorry, this was the less than sign. On the second one, we got the greater than sign because -7 is greater than -8. And then here we've got the less than sign again. And the alligator always wants to eat the bigger number. Okay, absolute value of a number. So you see these goalposts here? Those are just those are called absolute value bars. Anything inside magically gets turned into positive. Okay, so hey, I've got the absolute value of -13. That magically gets transformed into 13. Christmas is coming, so I know I'm sounding a little bit like Buddy the Elf, going through the candy cane forest and all that. Now this one down here, it already is positive. So what happens? Well, it stays positive. Okay, whatever you write down, it's going to be a positive number. Okay, that's all. So if it was negative, it's made positive. If it was positive, it stays positive and nothing happens. That's the absolute value. Now, what the heck is that all about? Well, you can think of it like this. Like if I've got the absolute value of -2, -2 on the number line is right there. And the absolute value of -2 is +2. Well, what does this absolute value answer tell me? Well, all it does is it tells you how far away from the center of your number line that your number is. So in other words, -2 is 2 units away from the center, from 0. You can think of it that way if you want. You don't have to. Yeah, it's a way to think about it. Okay, and that is the end of this section.